From 2024 till current 2026, the Indian rupee has been under microscope. While India is celebrated as one of the world's fastest growing major economies, our currency has been telling a more complicated story, hitting new lows against the US dollar. This leaves many of us asking a critical question. If our economy is growing so fast, why is the rupee weakening? That's the important question. The answer isn't simple. Think of it like a tug of war. On one hand, you have India's strong economic growth pulling the rupee up, but on the other side, you have a powerful combination of a strong US dollar, cautious foreign investor, and our own unshakable demand for imports pulling it down. In this video, we are going to break down these key drivers, understanding the real world impact and explore what's being done to manage the situation. This isn't just about numbers on the screen. It's about the price on your fuel, the cost of your electronics, and the value of the money in your pocket. First, let's talk about the biggest factor in the story, one that operates far beyond India's border, the US dollar. Imagine the world's financial system is a giant pool of money. From 2024 to 2026, the US Federal Reserve kept its interest rate high. This is like turning on a powerful drain in the US, pulling money from all over the world. Investors seeing safer and better returns in US assets, selling their holdings in other countries including India. This global rush to buy dollars pushes its value up, making it stronger again. For much of 2024 and 25, the Fed held rates steady before making a few cuts late in 2024. For India, a strong dollar creates a twofold problem. Firstly, it makes everything we import that is priced in dollars more expensive. The most significant of this is crude oil. India imports around 87% of its crude oil and bill is paid in dollars. So even if the price of oil per barrel doesn't change, a strong dollar means we have to spend more money to buy the same amount. It's like buying something from abroad online. The item price is same, but the currency's conversion fees just went up way. During the periods of global uncertainty, investors seek safety. The US dollar is like the ultimate financial storm shelter. When the global economic weather gets rough, everyone rushes to the safety of the dollar. The second major driver is the movement of foreign portfolio investor or FPI. Think of this investor like a migratory birds. When the investment climate in India is warm and promising, they flock to our stock and bond market, bringing a steady stream of dollars that strengthens the rupee. But when they leave, they sell their rupee assets and convert the money back into dollar. This mass departure creates a powerful downdraft, pushing our currency lower. From 2024 to current 2026, these birds have been flying in and out. There have been significant outflow driven by a key few factors. First, as we just discussed, attractive yields in the US made USA market a safe and more rewarding place for many investors. Second, after a strong run, some investors felt like Indian stocks were overvalued, like a fruit that was ripe for picking and decided to book their profits. Another significant factor that has spoke investor is the escalation of trade and tariff tension. In 2025, the US imposed a series of tariff on Indian goods. The total rate on many exports reaching as high as 50%. That's too high. This created uncertainty about our export earning and prompted many FPI to fly away from India. This has at times created a challenging cycle. It's like a stampede. A few FPI selling weakens the rupee, and that weakening rupee makes other investors nervous, leading them to sell, creating even more pressure. While global forces create external pressure, powerful forces are also at play right here at home. Think of India's foreign currency reserve as a giant water tank. While exports and investment help fill it up, we have two large permanent leaks at the bottom, crude oil and the gold. We have already touched on crude oil. As a nation that imports the vast majority of its fuel, any rise in global oil prices or strengthening of the dollar immediately evidence this leak. Geopolitical tensions and supply chain issues have kept energy prices volatile, and this combined with a strong dollar has meant a significant and continuous draining of our dollar tank. Then there is the other big leak in India's currency equation, gold. India is the world's second biggest consumer of the gold, but we produce almost none of it. This means virtually every gram of gold bought for weddings, festivals, and investments has to be imported. And just like oil, gold is paid for in US dollar. India's appetite for gold has remained incredibly strong. Provisional data for 2024 and 25 fiscal year showed gold imports were valued at a record of nearly 4.9 lakh CR. When combined with silver, the total import bill for precious metal was estimated to be cross 5.3 crore. This insatiable demand acts as a persistent drain on our foreign exchange reserve. Every time we buy gold, we are essentially selling rupee to buy dollar, makes the leak even bigger. So we have talked about the dollar, FPI and imports, but why should any of this matter to you? A weakening rupee isn't just an abstract economic concept. It has real effect on your daily life. The most immediate impact is on inflation. When the rupee falls, the cost of importing goods goes up. It's not just about luxury items. Imagine a pizza. The imported cheese and olive now cost more. The fuel for the delivery bike cost more. The box it comes in, made with imported pulp, cost more. Companies relying on these imports pay more and they often pass that extra cost on to you, the consumer. You feel it more directly at fuel pumps. Since we import most of our crude oil, a weaker rupee almost always means higher petrol and diesel prices. This increases transportation cost for everything, acting like a hidden tax on everything you buy from vegetables to consumer goods. Planning to study abroad or take an overseas vacation, a weaker rupee means your money buys less foreign currency. Your planned budget suddenly shrinks. The cost of tuition fee, accommodation, and travel can suddenly become much higher as if the price tags all change overnight. This creates a painful double whammy. A product that is already getting more expensive globally becomes even more expensive in India because our currency's purchasing power has gone down. This is what makes a falling rupee a real challenge for our household budgets. Faced with these powerful forces, what can be done? This is where the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) comes in. The RBI goal isn't just to fix a rupee at a specific number. It operates what is known as a managed flow. Think of the RBI as a goalkeeper in a football match. Its job isn't to stop the ball, the rupee, from moving around the field. That's just a part of the game of the market forces. The RBI's primary job is to prevent a sudden wild shot from scoring a goal against the economy. If there is a panic and everyone starts selling rupee, the RBI drives in by selling some of its US dollar reserve to deflate the shot and restore calm. During the volatile period of 2024, 25, and 26, the RBI actively intervened, selling billions of dollars from its forex reserve to cushion the rupee's fall. But this creates a huge challenge for the goalkeeper. If the RBI defends the goal too aggressively, it risks getting exhausted and running out of stamina. In this case, it's precious foreign exchange reserve. But if it doesn't intervene enough, the opponent can score easily, causing a rapid falling rupee that fuels inflation. On top of that, the RBI can't just tell its own team to play ultra defensively by raising interest rates sharply. While that might protect the goal by attacking foreign money, it would also mean the team score fewer goals, slowing down India's economic growth. So, the RBI has to perform a delicate balancing act, parry the most dangerous shot without getting tired, all while making sure its own team can still move forward and score. To put it all together, the rupee's weakness from 2024 to 2026 wasn't caused by a single factor but by a convergence of a powerful forces. It's like a ship navigating a perfect storm. It's being pushed by a strong global current of US dollar, wrong by investors suddenly taking flight, and slowed by a constant leak from our demand for oil and gold. While headlines about record low can sound alarming, it's important to see this as a period of significant pressure, not a full blown crisis. India's underlying economic fundamental, like a strong growth rate and large buffer of foreign exchange reserve, remains a source of strength. The ship's captain, the RBI, is at the helm, managing the storm, not trying to hold back the tide entirely. The journey of the rupee simply reflects the complex dance of a large growing economy in an interconnected and often turbulent world. What do you think is the biggest factor affecting the rupee, and what steps could we take to reduce this pressure in the long run? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.